I'm Nick Byer, welcome to Pocket News for Thursday the 24th of November. Today on the show, the first fruits of the Oculus-Microsoft partnership fall, and a boy and his mask. Touch me, Peter.
Good job.
Touch me. Is it fixed?
Yeah, it'll do.
We'll go with this one. All right, here's what's been making headlines. And first up, Xbox VR is coming for Christmas? Kinda. Microsoft announced yesterday that it will be launching a new app to allow Oculus Rift owners to stream their Xbox One games library to the headset. According to the announcement, the feature, quote, connects the two devices via a home network, just like how Xbox One streaming to Windows 10 already works. But this time, it's going to your face as well as your computer. Personally, I prefer the computer. Don't touch the face, unless you pee. Unfortunately, there are no Xbox One games which support VR right now, so all this app does is stream your games to a huge screen in a virtual theater. Still, it's the first feature to spawn from the partnership between Oculus and Microsoft, and it's a nice little free update for those who've already spent far too much money on getting in with an Xbox One, an Oculus, and the PC to run it. Rest easy, Joe's wallet. The hard part is over. Unless you want to get a PS4 hat for this! Ubisoft has rolled out a surprise update for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which adds support for the new Pro console. The patch brings 4K support, but there's few details on what else is getting tweaked, and early reports are that there's not going to be a bump in performance or visuals for those playing on 1080p monitors. Starcraft II got an update with a few more details, and it's a biggin'. Patch 3.8.0 has brought with it the third and final mission pack for the Nova Covert Ops. For those who have purchased it. The pack will wrap up the Nova storyline, but before the final hurrah, you'll get a bunch of new tech to harass your foes with. There's also a new co-op mission called the Minor Excavation, which is kind of a defend the point wave mode. Because apparently wave modes are back on trend, just wait for the next Minesweeper expansion. It'll have one. On the multiplayer side of things, and I can almost hear Hingers soiling himself with excitement. There it is, all the way from SBS. There's a huge amount of changes across the board, but Blizzard has listed the major changes for each race for ease of pant soiling. Units with major changes include the Terran Siege Tank and Battle Cruiser, the Zerg's Infester and Swarm Host, and the Protoss Carrier and Dark Templar. If there's ever been a time for you to jump into the StarCraft multiplayer, it's now, while everyone sucks and Hingers is busy shitting himself in Artarmon. And staying with things that suck, there's something exciting happening in Pokemon Go. It appears that Ditto has finally entered the ring. Of the 151 Pokemon originals, Ditto was one of the 6 yet to be seen in the augmented game, but no more. Keeping with lore, Ditto can be disguised as any Pokemon, so people are catching common monsters which turn into Ditto as they get captured. Needless to say, the Spanish are very excited.
¡Anda! ¡Es Ditto! 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 ¡Vamos, vamos, vamos! ¡Toma ya! ¡Vamos! ¡Vais a verlo, chavales! ¡Vais a verlo! ¡Ahí estamos! ¡Ditto! ¡Ditto! ¡Sí!
And finally, Valve just announced the Steam Awards. I'm hoping John puts in the sound of like a steam whistle. But, I mean, it could be Hinger shitting himself again. During the current holiday sale, Steam community members are able to head to a game's store page and vote for it in one of 8 categories. As opposed to the stock standard bests and worsts, the categories include things like, I'm not crying, there's something in my eye for the game with the most emotional impact, and villain most in need of a hug. My answer would be John. Voting is not restricted to games released in 2016 either, so it's going to be a right mess on Valve's end pulling all that data together. The voting runs through the Steam Autumn Sale, so between now and the 29th, with winners announced in December. I like it. It's a playful spin on this season of award ceremonies, including Good Games one, which you can vote on right now on the Facebook page. So go do that, right after Thing of the Day.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction.
The skilled digital wizards at Ember Lab have created an animated fan fiction account of how the cheeky imp in Majora's Mask became the tormented creature you face in the game. It's haunting. That is it for Pocket News today. My Pocketeers, but speaking of beautiful things, this afternoon on the Pocket YouTube channel, I play my yearly half hour of Pokemon. Are you a yearly half hour of Pokemon? Probably should have gone with the You Beautiful, but I didn't, so we have to go with the Pokemon thing. Then join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. There are links to everything I said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was sent in by Belly Kate, and Belly Kate, look, I can applaud you for going high and low. We've got your Thing of the Day today, which is mainly just Bajo's nipples, and then we've also got the incredible time-lapse drawing you sent in of me, which is just like sophisticated beyond belief, and then, of course, again, Bajo nipples. If you've made a thing, nipples or not, please send it in until we next send my Pocketeers. Think way out.
There's a few big titans, I guess, out there right now. There's you guys, you've got Razor, you've got Origin. Are you guys sort of meeting in back rooms, all agreeing on what you're going to be supporting broadly? I guess like some kind of mafia?
No. That would be illegal.